6:01 p.m. I would like to call to order this special board meeting, which is a public hearing. I want to thank everyone who is online or who is on the call on the Zoom meeting or online watching the meeting. Thank you for being here tonight. As much as I hate to say it, full disclosure or the disclosure at the beginning of the meetings. Hopefully technical difficulties evade us once again, but want to thank everyone for being here tonight. The district is the owner of a parcel of real property located south of Lee Road between 7th and 14th Avenue in Othello, Washington. The board has determined that the property is no longer required for school purposes, in that the property will not be used for school purposes for the foreseeable future. The board, pursuant to the powers granted to it under RCW 28A.335.090, intends to sell the property for cash in accordance with the procedures described herein and in RCW 28.A.335.120. The district has published a notice of its proposal to sell the property and of a public hearing to be held on the same notice of hearing. The notice of hearing was published at least once each week during 2 consecutive weeks in a legal newspaper or legal newspapers with general circulation in Adams, Grant, and Franklin counties. The notice of hearing described the property and designated the place where and the day and the hour when the hearing was held. We are here today to hold a public hearing upon the proposal to sell the property. At this time, we will hear any comments from the public for or against the proposed sale.
What are they supposed to do if they want to make a comment? Just unmute and start talking, or?
Unmute their microphone and make their comment, yes.
Okay.
I've never attended a public hearing of this nature, so I will give it a minute or two in case someone is perhaps a bit late to this, in full transparency, so they have an opportunity to comment for or against.
So during this meeting, are we able to just ask questions as far as, is there any interested parties for the property? Have we heard anything back? What's the next step?
Correct. Go ahead, Chris.
Yes, I can just share, Cherie. Right now, this is one of the next steps. So the first step was the surplus the property, which we have done that already. And then the second step was to publish in the newspaper in Grant, Adams, Franklin County, which we have done that for 2 consecutive weeks. Today is more about just hearing from the community and seeing if there's any comments in favor or against us selling the property. Once we have this hearing, then the next step would be the 7 o'clock meeting, in which there will be a resolution in the agenda, which could be passed or not passed by the board of directors. If it is passed, then that means we now have authorization to go ahead out and sell the property. So that would be the next step, and there will be a closed bid process. So right now, we are just beginning really the first stage in selling the property. So we don't have any interested persons right now. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Since we are talking about the questions while we're stalling is not the right word, listening to details. If someone was interested, first of all, read the the stuff in the newspaper, but what are they supposed to do?
If anyone is interested, they can contact me, the Office of the Superintendent, and get more information in the closed bid process. So that would be the next step. So anyone who is listening, the public, and they are interested in the property, they can contact my executive assistant. Right now we have a temporary person. That person is Vanessa Martinez. And that person can be emailed, or you can contact the district office at the district office phone number. We'll also be working with our communication director to get some marketing out so that everyone can know that we are actually moving forward to sell the property. But I would be the contact, the Office of the Superintendent, anyone who's listening.
Is this meeting on YouTube?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I think we've given ample time for the community to make comments for or against. Having heard none, we will adjourn this public hearing. Thank you all, and we'll see you at 7 at our regularly scheduled board meeting. Thank you.